Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Infinitely Productions. It has just appeared that Netflix, the online streaming service, is dropping a new documentary series based on the Philadelphia crime family called Mob War: Philadelphia vs. the Mafia, which will premiere on October 22nd, 2025, and documents the 1990s conflict between Joey Merlino and John Stanfa for control of the Philadelphia crime syndicate. The series features archival footage, interviews with law enforcement and insider in a cinematic style to capture the period's volatile atmosphere and bloodshed that ensued. Based on some reports, it says the topic will cover the docu-series on the mob war in Philadelphia during the 1990s. The main figures will center on the feud between traditionalist John Stanfa and ambitious younger Joey Merlino. According to this website, Tudum by Netflix, dated September 24th, 2025, by Tudum staff, Deep Dive, Mob Chronicles the Mafia's bloody power struggle in Philadelphia. The new docu-series revisits the city's epic clashes in the 1990s and the investigators who fought to restore peace. On a sweltering August day in 1993, long simmering tensions within the Philadelphia's criminal underworld erupted in a hail of bullets. Gunmen loyal to John Stanfa, the Sicilian-born Mafia don who had seized control of the Philadelphia mob after the downfall of the infamous Nicky Scarfo, ambushed and injured rival boss Joey Merlino and killed his trusted capo Michael Ciancaglini. Weeks later, another brazen drive-by targeted Stanfa and left his son grievously wounded, sending a clear message: no one will be safe from the bloodshed flooding the city's streets. The three-part docu-series Mob Warfare, when shocking violence grappled the local community, national media, swarm, and relentless, the investigators race to bring the chaos to an end. Take a first look at the docu-series at the trails above and read on everything to know about Mob War vs. Philadelphia ahead of its premiere. What is Mob War: Philadelphia vs. the Mafia about? The docu-series traces the turbulent saga of Philadelphia's mob, beginning within the power vacuum left by Scarfo in 1986 arrest. John Stanfa, handpicked by New York's five families to restore order and return to business to the shadow, soon found his old school grip threatened by a new breed of mobsters led by Joey Merlino. These flashy, fearless upstarts had little respect for the tradition and everything to prove. Their rebellion ignited a vicious war of shifting loyalties and deadly vendettas, tearing the city of brotherly love apart and drawing the scrutiny of national media and the FBI. What is Mob War: Philadelphia vs. the Mafia release date? The three-part docuseries premieres on October 22nd. Who appears in docuseries? The series features first-hand accounts from former mob associates, law enforcement officials, prosecutors, and journalists who witnessed the war unfold through the chilling wiretap recording, surveillance footage, and reenactments. Mob War charts the FBI's pursuit and eventually taken down of Scarfo, Stanfa, and finally Merlino, though as noted in the series, Joey Merlino denies being involved in violence or being a member of the Mafia. Mob War: Philadelphia vs. the Mafia unpacks a Shakespearean saga of shifting allegiances, family betrayal, and deadly vendettas, a true crime story that changed Philadelphia and the American mob forever. Check back more for updates as the docuseries approaches its October 22nd premiere. And that concludes the article by Tudum on Netflix series on the Merlino and John Stanfa faction. Now, as far as our take on it, we are interested in seeing exactly how does this cinematic style will work with Netflix. So far, the visualization looks very good, and Netflix has covered many different mob documentaries, especially on John Gotti, Salvatore, Sammy the Bull Gravano, and more. Now, we are interested to see what the Philadelphia crime family will look like on the Netflix streaming services. Now, we really wish we did have a live adaptation, but it seems that's still a long way to go. But since this is a beginning start with the Netflix docuseries, since many people may not be familiar with the Philadelphia crime family outside our YouTube channel, but we are interested in seeing how many people would take it. We will try to see if we can play the video without worrying about many different copyright strikes, especially with Netflix being strict on its tangents. So here is the docuseries muted. As you can see, it shows John Veazey photos and other people along that entourage that was involved in the Philadelphia crime family in the 1990s era. It also shows John A. Light. It shows more updated and clarity visualizations on John Stanfa and many of his entourage members. It is also showing Joey Merlino as one of the leaders of the Young Turks. Here's more footage of we also recently show Salvatore Avina, who was a lawyer under John Stanfa, who was a lawyer representing John Stanfa. The funeral of Michael Ciancaglini, the shooting of John Stanfa's son, the brutal shooting of John Veazey's brother, Billy Veazey, and members of the FBI and law enforcement. So what do you think about this upcoming documentary series? Do you think it is necessary of them, since the Philadelphia crime family has been touched on several different documentaries dating back? Or do you believe it is necessary since it's been years since a more modern documentary has been made on the Philadelphia crime family? Or do you just want to see a regular live acted adaptation of it, since the Philadelphia crime family has hardly ever been portrayed? The closest thing that came to the Philadelphia crime family was Martin Scorsese's Netflix The Irishman, starring Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Al Pacino. Instead of Angelo Bruno being the main actor, it really touched on the titular character, The Irishman, describing Frank Sheeran's personal account was I Know You Paint Houses from his novel being adapted. So therefore it's focusing on Frank Sheeran being the outsider of the Italian Mafia and then covering certain key figures of the Philadelphia crime family. But it does not focus on many of the bosses. It does highlight certain key figures like Philip Testa, Angelo Bruno, and several others of that era. However, many people do like the movie The Irishman. It does have its fair share of criticism considering that it doesn't cover the whole Philadelphia mob bosses, and it was not filmed in Philadelphia. And on top of it, it does show the depiction of how Jimmy Hoffa was allegedly executed. But many people do not believe that Frank Sheeran had no involvement of him being whacked. That has always been a key figure being topic, especially when it came to former mobsters such as Michael Franzese and many other people that has criticized the movie, especially since they come from that life and do have some accounts to other people from what they heard of how he was really executed.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and check out more of our content. Feel free to give your feedback and suggestions on what we should do next in the comments. This is Infinite Lee Productions. We love ya.